Hi, welcome to SBC. I'm here with my co-host,
Bill Naylor.
Grace Amanda Hall.
Dylan Baden.
Today we talk about football. You're up, Dylan.
So, the Giants have Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart has been playing excellent currently. Who's your favorite?
On the Giants? Or
Any QB for the
Oh,
NFL.
my favorite quarterback in the league that's so are we talking about looking like the best and who has the brightest future? So Matthew Stafford is probably one of the top QBs because what he has around him currently. But best QB by himself is likely Josh Allen or Lamar Jackson due to the fact of, Lamar has Zay Flowers, but one of the best receiver I can name on the Bills is Keon Coleman. So I think Josh Allen's the best quarterback in the league.
I agree with Dylan. I think Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen is the best, but I think Jackson Dart got the brightest future. He's so young. People might think he didn't win a lot of games yet, but they had a bad coach, so they couldn't close out the games in the fourth quarter.
I think the best quarterback in the league is probably Matthew Stafford, but that's only because of the weapons he has around him. If we're talking about people who have a bright future, you have Jackson Dart, Tyler Shough, but you also have second-year quarterback or third-year quarterback Drake May, who almost won the MVP last year in his second year of football. So I think he's the best up-and-coming quarterback in the league right now.
Which team do you guys think will win the Super Bowl?
Before that, we have a question from our live audience.
How many years do you think Matthew Stafford has in the league?
I believe that Stafford will at max have 2. If they get to a deep playoff run, I believe that this will be Stafford's last year.
Just a quick follow-up.
Mhm.
Do you think Ty Simpson can develop behind Matthew Stafford and become a good franchise quarterback?
I'm really not sure about that. I definitely don't agree with where they picked him. But I'm gonna leave that up to
I disagree with him. I think that they can develop him. Stafford is a veteran man. He's a great quarterback. I think it will help develop him very well with Sean McVay.
I also agree that they can probably develop him, but before that, we have a question from another question.
Thanks, guys. Joe Burrow stated many times this offseason that his standard and what he's going to be judged on this year is how many wins the Bengals have. I just want to get your thoughts on if Joe Burrow will have a good year or how he should be judged this season.
I think the Bengals can probably get to an 11-12 win season this year. Joe Burrow, he's consistently very good. Not like top 2, 3 in MVP voting always, but he's very consistently a top-tier quarterback that the Bengals are always a threat, I think.
I think they will get a lot of wins. They're finally starting to build up their defense, which is always the problem. With the offense, it's going to produce touchdowns and stuff. Joe Burrow has one of the best numbers of offense quarterbacks last year, but they never have a defense. But now they're starting to build up the defense, so I think they'll be a big threat.
So your question about Joe Burrow, he's a great all-around quarterback. But you have to remember, he's got the number 1 wide receiver in Jamar Chase and T. Higgins, one of the best number 2 wide receivers in the league. He's a great quarterback, but he's also got a lot of help on the offensive side and a lot of yards after the catch. But we do remember that losing season last year where he was throwing for a ton of yards and a ton of touchdowns a game, but they didn't make the postseason. So it's really a mix of how good the Bengals are going to be as a team because we already know Joe Burrow is going to perform unless he gets injured.
What's your question?
How many wins do you think the Giants will have as a new head coach?
Of your question, I think the Giants will maybe have a half and half season. Yeah. What about you?
I think the Giants could possibly return to the team that we saw in 2024, where they went into the playoffs, upset the Vikings in Minnesota. Not saying they could win a playoff game, but I think they could make it to the playoffs. I'm expecting a range from 9 wins to 12 wins, but mostly I think they're going to get 11 wins, make the playoffs. They most likely will not win the division, but they're getting closer.
I think the Giants would have at least 12 wins. They finally got a good coach. They would have had a lot more wins last year, but since our coach was so bad, they couldn't close out games in the fourth quarter. So I think that they'll have at least 12 wins and be a heavy playoff team. Gotta wrap it up.
Speaking of closing it out, we are done for today. Back to the studio.